Greetings, it's Vaygrim, and I'm slightly hoarse, so this episode is going to be short today. I have a cold that I've been fighting, and chest congestion for the last couple of weeks. Just last night, I started losing my voice, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to keep this episode short. Just a reminder, today will have a world download, version 105, and it's going to have some recent improvements I've been working on. Now, I've spent a little bit of time, not as much as I wanted, but a little bit of time in Thaumcraft. As you can probably see, those five dots right over there. Now, real quick, before we go over there, go upstairs. Just show you, the AE system is still running in the green, within a couple of aspects, within a couple of exceptions. I still have tons of space in this thing, and it's running like a champ. This is a metallurgic infuser for mechanism. This is a crusher. I'm going to get both of these and move them in here as part of the whole mechanism or processing line. But we're going to get to that later. In this episode, as you can see, I'm holding my wand, and I don't mean that in a suggestive way. Let's drop that down. My blood network is full. I think it says right here. Yeah, you can see it right there. I was up to squint and count the zeros. That is 1 million life points. So that has been running like a champ. I really do like that setup. In here, I've been doing a little bit of research and a little bit of working. I love the Kluk clock. These are a new addition. Now, I'm just going to go down here real quick and show you. Oh, go in the... Thank you. Okay. These are called node stabilizers. Where are they? Right there. So aura nodes in Thaumcraft are a very essential and core part of the entire game mechanic. Unfortunately, however, if you get a node and put them within 5 blocks of each other, the larger node will start sucking energy from the smaller node nearby, and it will do it at a very poor conversion rate. You'll lose a ton of points. Now, the upside is it will gain aspects doing that, but you'll lose a ton of energy. Eventually, the larger node will suck the lesser node completely dry of energy and vis, and it will just disappear. Well, node stabilizers prevent that. Now, if you notice, I have a node right here and a node right here. They are not talking to each other, specifically because of this node stabilizer. Now, I have one over here, and I had one right here that was unshielded, unstabilized. If these were closer together, less than 5 blocks, they'd be cross-talking, but they're not. I put a node stabilizer on this. I'm going to put another node stabilizer on this because nodes, I discovered also, if I get this aspect, let's see, that's water. What do I have? Let me see if I can show this to you. It may do it, it may not. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But basically, if you leave vis jars, essence jars, near a node, it will start sending energy to it. It's like the essence is draining from the aura node into the jar. It doesn't seem to happen constantly. It seems kind of slow, but basically, that's why the jars got moved from this corner all the way over here. And the aura nodes are on the opposite side of the room. Once I get this stabilized, then I can move the jars back and put them all the way around the room. But until then, I have to keep a good distance between these two. So, node stabilizers are good. Now, there's something called an advanced node stabilizer. Don't know what it does yet, but I'm still figuring this stuff out and I'm still working on it. This is not the primary goal of this episode today. I want to make one more of these things, but I need some more aspects. And I'm super low on almost all of them that I need. As you can see, I'm still using a gold-capped Greatwood wand because I need to make this into an actual wand. And that is going to be what I want to work on this go-round. But the only way I can do that, and I'll show you this. I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to get these parts out, right? You get the two caps that we made. Requires 51.3 vis of all aspects. This only holds 50. So, I have to make some clothing items from Thaumcraft so that we can actually make that, make the Thaumic armor, I think it's called. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's an artifice. Boots of the Traveler, enchanted fabric. I'm going to have to make a little bit of this specifically so that I can actually make some clothing items. So that's what I actually want to work on today, this episode. I do apologize, this episode is very easily going to be 15 minutes, maybe shorter, because there's so much wool from our wool farm. I haven't even unpacked the sheep yet. Oh, I need string. Yep, tons of string. I know I'm not going to make this much of this stuff, but just in case. I really need to put some mechanism in there to switch off that ritual. It keeps going even if the network is full, but whatever. Okay, so we're going to go over here. We got, let's just do it this way first. I'm getting a little bit of a discount, as you can see, from, I think, my helmet. And I ran out of something. Hang on. And I need... Okay, there we go. 4.5. So that gets me a 2% discount. Ooh. Let's see if we can make any more of this stuff. And we need more air. I really do wish... I wish I could tap into this and fill my wand up with it. There might be a way, but I don't know how just yet. Okay, let's get all this off the bar. I'm actually going to put this on. $50.22. So I'm going to have to actually make a few more pieces, but that means I need to go get some V's. So I'm actually going to do that. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and I did a little bit of crafting. I've now got chest, pants, and boots on a nice armor stand. You just hold down shift and right click, right click, right click. I've totally swapped out. I'm keeping this on because I actually have the helmet of I have the revealing upgrade on this. I put my goggles of revealing. I upgraded my dark helm with it. So this gives me a 5% upgrade just for using it. Plus, now I have a 2% upgrade with the Thaumaturgus robe, 2% here, and another 1% with the boots. So this is 10% total. Which means now I actually might be able to make this once I gather all the necessary V's within this. It only requires 48.6 now instead of 52 or 51.3. So this is now craftable, which is great. Only thing I have to worry about now... I forgot I had this. Let me see if I put that up there. That's far enough apart. That's 5 from here to here. That's the non-interaction range, plus several up, so I think it's okay. Let's top this up here real quick. I tell you what, that white one right there, the triangle, and the mountains. I cannot remember the name of these. Oh, Terra. It's right there on the tooltip. Way to go, Vaygrim. So, Ordo and Terra are the ones that seem to always be the hardest for me to find right now. I do have a little bit of Terra, more Terra over here. But I have a lot of air. You notice? Now, I'm going to show you something very, very bad. And I want you guys to understand, this is dangerous. Don't do this. Unless you have a backup of your world first. Definitely do not do this on the server. Because this still has crash bugs in it. And you still have a very rare chance every time you crash doing this. Like I might crash right now. And every time you do this, you have a risk of crashing. A small percentage, but it can happen. And every time it crashes, you have a small percentage chance of it being an unrecoverable bug in the game world. So, I'm going to try this once, and hopefully my luck will be with me. This is a cardboard box or mechanism. It's just 4... Oh, I actually have an aura node in this one. Okay, well, let me show you. You put this down and pull the box off. Okay. We are back after a crash. Now, basically, when I uncovered this box and revealed the aura node inside, the game crashed. This is the prime example of why. Now, I have already once had this happen to where the crash caused a bugged aura node. It had a bad aspect or something on it. And I had to remove that aura node with MC Edit because starting up the world caused a crash every time during startup. So, here's the tip, okay? Here's the interesting trick. Every time you box up an aura node, it resets the metadata on the aura node. So when you put it back down, it will actually have different aspects. That's powerful. That means you can sit there and pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down, until you get a combination of aspects you like. Now, here's the part that's dangerous, though. Every time you do that, you're risking a crash. Every time you crash, you're risking a world-corrupting bug that you have to correct with MC Edit. So be warned. It's a neat trick, but I'm going to add aura nodes to the cardboard box's blacklist in version 106 of the mod pack, because I do not want people crashing and corrupting the world accidentally. Beginners and noobs, quote-unquote, don't know how to correct their world with MC Edit. They're going to get frustrated, and they're going to lose their collective crap if they actually do this and it crashes out. So, in 106 of the mod pack, this trick will be going away. Be warned. But that's not me encouraging you to do it before it goes away, because it's dangerous. Do not do this trick. It's worth knowing, but I'm not sure that it's actually worth doing. So, I have a nice collection of aura nodes. What I'm actually going to do is let these things charge up. Gradually, as much as they actually will, at least. I wish there was some way that you could supercharge an aura node. Dump energy into it somehow. I'm not sure if you can or what. Like, I'd love to be able to melt aspect down and just pour it, pipe it into an aura node. But I don't know if that's a thing or not. But I'm going to let these power up over time. The next thing I'm going to be doing, I think I need to go downstairs. Oh, come here. I'm actually going to go ahead and change back to my armored suit. Artifice. No. Here we go. I'm going to make one of these. A wand pedestal. A wand recharging pedestal. I'm going to make one of these. This is probably going to be Monday or Wednesday's episode. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to let these aura nodes recover a bit. Because when you stabilize them, it halves the growth rate. It halves the rate at which they recover energy. So, I don't know. We'll see. And I don't even know how big those things will get. They might stop at a certain point and quit accruing these, but we'll see. Basically, I want to make one of these because then what I can actually do is put it right here where this block is. Put it right there. And it will automatically draw all the beasts it needs from all the adjacent nodes into the wand that you put into the actual pedestal. It'll be a nice, quick way to actually get this and turn it into a recharging station for our wands. The next step after this is to make, where is it? Harnessing Beast. I haven't bought this yet, but basically this, if you notice, these are shaped to go under a node, right? I'd have to upgrade this to an advanced node stabilizer, basically first. Then you put this on top of it. And what this does is it turns it into a battery. You have one on top, one on the bottom, advanced node on the bottom, and whatever this thing is on top. I need to buy that. I wonder if I have the points to... not you. I might have just spent... Oh, no, I got it. Okay. So this is a node transducer. Now what this actually does is it turns a VS node into an Aura node into a battery of sorts. I think it shows it right here. Yeah, without VS nodes, Thaumaturge would not even be able to perform the simplest of tasks, but the nodes themselves have several limitations that make their use impractical for extensive operations. I agree. Aura nodes recharge way too slow for my tastes, but that's me. Foremost among this is the fact that they are easily depleted, and it takes quite a while for them to once again gather energy from a mystical source they are connected to. You think you may have found a way around this limitation. In effect, nodes are tiny gateways to a mysterious font of mystical energy around which the energy slowly accumulates in the form of V's. The gateway is so small that only tiny amounts of energy leaks into our reality. By levering open the doorway, you can cause the beast to pour forth in a torrent. This is even more dangerous than it sounds, however, and careful steps must be taken during the entire process. Firstly, the node needs to be stabilized during the entire process. Once you have done that, you need to craft a node transducer placed above the node. When you apply a redstone signal to the transducer, the node will begin converting to an energized node and quickly lose its stored beast in the process. The process takes some time, but when it is done, the node will change into an energized node. Caution should be taken to keep both the stabilizer and transducer active from now on. Ooh. So energized nodes no longer store or recharge V's, nor can V's be drawn from them via wand or other means. Instead, they produce a steady supply. Basically, they turn into a kind of a generator of V's, and it constantly generates power each tick. And what you can do is you can use this thing, a V's charging relay, and you put it on top of your, where'd it go? Your workbench. You put it over your workbench. So when you put your wand in your workbench, it actually starts getting recharged automatically from the energized nodes. That's the next step. But there's a lot of things we have to do in the meantime. So the small step forward is going to be a wand recharging pedestal right there. I think this is close enough to all of these Aura nodes. That one might be too high. We'll see. But I think this is close enough to all of these Aura nodes that we can actually really put some neat use to this. And we'll see how that works. But that is going to take still a little bit more work than we've got right now even. Thank you very much for putting up with me and my failing voice. I think I can upgrade this armor. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look into that. I know I can at least enchant it. Oh, you know what? Hang on a sec. Here's one thing that might be worth looking into. Where did I put it? There you are. It's in the last page, I believe. Repair 1. That might be nice. But I might check and see if they work with the repair talisman. The repair talisman might actually work on them. Haste, treasure. I think you put those on wands. Frugal, potency. You go on fishing rods. Okay. Maybe. I don't know if you can put that stuff on there. I think there's actually some enchantments. Long term, I'd love to get an osmotic enchanter working on that floor right there. No, one above. That floor right there. Love to get an osmotic enchanter working on that floor. I think that'd be really cool, but we're going to have to work up to that point. In the meantime, thank you very much for putting up with my failing voice. I know this has been a short episode, shorter than normal. Please just bear with me. Hopefully I'll be over this cold by next week, and we can get back to our normal schedule of recording. Until next time, remember, there's a world download for this episode. While I'm thinking about it, first thing I'm going to do is grab a power nap real quick. Sleeping bags, so useful, from Open Blocks. I really do recommend everybody make one of these. It's real simple. It's just wool. So, I take off all of my gear. I actually put the torches in here. And we put everything in there. So in the gearbox, when you download this world, you will show up outside the old house, just on the other side of that hill. Just walk up the pathway, come up here. You can step up into the actual workshop, grab all of my stuff, which means you have access to my gear. Also, just in case you've forgotten, if you come over here, in this chest, I have a Tome of Knowledge Sharing. This is always up to date. So if you walk over there, you just take it out, right-click on it, Research Acquired. Nice and simple. That means you always have access to my Thaumcraft research. Now, the next step I'm going to do... Oh, also, if you go downstairs using my sword, if you go downstairs to the blood altar, you can actually use all of those little... sigils and stuff that are bound to my blood network. It's a real nice system, and that means you can use all of my stuff and gain all the benefits from it. So, I need food. This is the only problem. There we go. With taking off my backpack has all my food in it and auto-feeds me. Player feeding upgrade, you see? So, when I go over to that island, I deplete my food resources very quickly. Okay. Thank you very much for joining me on this raspy episode of Vaygrim's Chance World Download. And I will see you next week. Bye-bye.